HighLevel just released the AI Studio, and if you are looking for ways to use AI to build websites for your clients, then you're in the right place. AI is obviously moving so fast, so it's important to understand what options are available and what you should be using. You can use tools like Lovable, like Manus, you can use Base44, Replit, Claude Code, the list goes on and on. These tools will build websites, but oftentimes you're stuck trying to figure out how to connect anything further than just the landing pages, things like digital calendar scheduling, CRMs, etc. That's why I really like HighLevel. And if you're not familiar with HighLevel yet, I encourage you to check out my completely free masterclass. Just check the link in the description of this video or comment masterclass below. I'll get you a link to an invitation to join me. This platform allows you to white label it, put your own logo on it, and resell software accounts. HighLevel is built as an all-in-one marketing and sales platform, including your websites and your funnels, but all of the other type CRM functionality for your contacts, your calendars, your opportunities, your payments, etc. They just released the AI Studio, which I'm going to get into, and I'm also going to show you how it works and then how you can use it to go land more clients. But first thing I want to show you is a nuance here of the difference between AI Studio and the AI Builder. And that's going to become important as we talk through this moving forward. So if we are here in funnels or websites, they both have a very similar drag and drop builder, and you can use Funnel AI to build out landing pages. So for example, here you can actually see, you can give it a name and you can fill in these prompts. Then you can customize this. You can define a couple of the details of the layout, and then you can generate. And this goes into the background of generating this site. Okay, now you can see it actually created the initial mock-up here of this website. I'm just going to minimize this. I'm going to minimize this so you can see it. And everything here now is built inside of the drag and drop builder. So you can see I can click in here. I've basically got full control of my website layout, which is really awesome. And I have a good starting point. I can come in here. I can swap images. I can upload those into a media library. I can choose from what I currently have, right? I can update anything I want. You know, I can go to the styles of this button. I can change the padding around it. I can change the border styles. I can change the shadowing, whatever you want to do. You now have access to the full builder. This is actually really profound, and I think not something that a lot of people really know that they can utilize. Even this right here, this is actually a navigation menu style element, right? All of these elements are really what they are meant to be. Now, this is suggesting that we add a form here, and so we can go in and actually create a new form, right? Or choose a form currently in the HighLevel ecosystem, because you can build forms, surveys, quizzes, you name it. And so this really gives you the full-on capabilities of a drag and drop builder, which the only thing I've even seen remotely close to this in the AI generative world here is Manus allows you to click edit and then make suggestions right here, and then maybe a couple of options, but not very many, and then apply those to that website. So to me, this is next level AI building. As a designer, as somebody who designs websites, I just get that element of control. I mean, I get to choose what I ultimately want this to look like at the end of the day. I feel very in charge without having to always re-prompt. Now, let's dive into the actual AI Studio. So when you're here, you'll see AI Studio. It is in beta as of recording this. It just launched. It's very exciting, but there are a couple of nuances. I showed you the AI Builder. It is separate from AI Studio. In fact, when I click this AI Studio, you'll see I actually go into a completely new environment here. Everything you're building here is going to very much come from that sort of vibe coded standpoint. It's going to feel a lot more like those AI tools where you're building only based on the prompts. And so you can see here, they also provide templates. There are templates for things. If you click on any of these, it will get started. And one important difference between this and then the builder, the AI builder inside of the websites and funnels, is that you can also build full-blown apps here, right? So it's giving you ideas for things like a to-do app. You can ask it for full-blown e-commerce websites. You can ask it for multi-step funnels, and instead of prompting one landing page at a time, this can build out full systems and applications. Really, the sky's the limit. It's a lot like Lovable in that way, right? And so let's just dive into what this looks like to actually build build something out. So once you go into my projects of what you've created, you can sort them, you can create them into folders. And so I'm going to get to what I've created here in just a moment. You can actually see I have two here that say that both are talking about an AI event snapshot. Let me give you a little bit of a background on this. So I created this YouTube video on an AI webinar funnel system. This is a snapshot for HighLevel if you are doing a monthly or a weekly recurring event, and AI will actually update those dates for you and all the landing pages and reminders and follow-ups. And long story short, I actually created a completely free guide over here on Notion that people can access and basically get access to this snapshot. What I really want to do, right, is to take it the next level up because it created something super valuable for people. And I want to create an opt-in funnel or a landing page where people can actually add themselves to my email address and I can invite them to join my community and then give them all the resources in the snapshot. So what I did was I created a prompt in here in AI Studio to create that funnel to capture those email addresses. What's worth noting, you can see these funnels right here, is that they had the exact same prompt. And I'm going to show you that prompt here in a moment, but they created different designs. And that's what is, I think, important to understand about AI creation is that you can give it word for word the exact same prompt. You could type it in 5 different times and you could get 5 different outcome results. And so it's a little bit less of controlling the precise outcome and a little bit more kind of leaving it up to the algorithm, so to speak. And so let me show you this prompt here. I'm going to slide this out and I'm going to open this up a little bit more just so you can see. Now you could type in a 1-sentence prompt and say, create me an opt-in for this thing I made, and leave it at that. But I actually added a little bit more context. And I think this should give you some ideas. So I said, please create an opt-in page for my AI recurring event snapshot and HighLevel. Here are the resources to pull from. I included that snapshot guide, which I just showed you in Notion. I included the video link here. I asked it to mirror the modern and creative style of my business website, Kismet Ideas. You can also ask it to mirror and style from other example websites that you like on the internet. I asked it to not include fake testimonials, but to pull my actual reviews from my website. I attached the images of my logos, you can see here. And then I said on the form, I also want you to include a couple of single choice questions. On the thank you page, I'd like you to include a video placeholder, and I'd also like you to include all of these things here, which I included more details for and all the links. I asked it to create disclosures on the footers of both pages. And then I showed it my primary colors here and said you can also pull from other modern colors. And then I said for messaging's sake, I'm including the YouTube transcript. Please keep the landing page copy short and focused on quick opt-in conversion with the form. But then here is the transcript of that video provided below. This now is giving AI the context to be able to actually build this landing page. And here is what it developed. AI webinar funnel, system that runs itself, get instant access. So all of this was pulled, including the questions I asked it to ask, right? All of this was pulled from that prompt from being comprehensive. By the way, pro tip, if you want a really quick way to grab a transcript of a YouTube video, I do use this tool. It's called Merlin. You can see it right here, just like the wizard. And this Merlin will allow you to generate a transcript and then copy that really quickly. This could be on your own video or any other video that you're learning from. And you can basically copy that transcript really quickly. Or you can even use a tool like Tella, where I'm currently recording this video, and it will generate automatic transcripts as you record your YouTube videos. So FYI on that. Then it created all of this, which is pretty awesome. It did, I did have to ask it again to add that YouTube video in. You'll see once it launched, it didn't quite have that video. And now comes the question of what do we do next? So we have real testimonials that actually came from my real testimonials on my Google business profile, right? And those disclosures, everything looks really good. And then if you toggle up here, and you should be able to see the different views on, right, the different devices. So again, this was the exact same prompt, built something slightly different, totally different layout. And you can see now you can toggle between the thank you page and the regular page. So that's how that works. Now let's go into what do we do after we create something like this. You're going to click on publish and it's going to give you a way to publish this kind of on a subdomain called vibepreview.com, which is totally fine. It'll also allow you to add your icon, your favicon, and then it does pre-populate a description and created a social image, but you can also replace that. And that's for that open graph meta information. This is not part of that. This is part of my support widget. Okay, and then you can apply any changes you want here and then go ahead and publish this right here. Now you can view. This is live to the world, this link right here. And also you can ask and prompt AI to make any adjustments that you want to this. So I can come back in here and I can ask for more things to be prompted. One thing I feel like was sort of throwing some people off is, well, what if I wanted to just click and drag and drop around? Well, that's not how this is working, at least as of yet, as of being launched. So if you really truly want that drag and drop feel, remember what I just showed earlier in this video. You're actually going to want to go into the AI builder rather than the AI studio. There's also a quick hack you can do if you've built something in studio and you would like to bring it in to the builder, is once you've published it, you can copy this URL. You can go back into your AI builder, right? And when your Ask AI tab is open here, you can ask it, please build, right? Obviously with a blank screen here, but you can say, please build this exact page. And then you can pull in the link that was built by the AI studio, let this AI builder go to work, and then you can have that drag and drop control over it. Let's move back into what we need to understand next, which is what this form is right here is technically not a high-level form, which can throw some people off because the power of HighLevel is immense when you actually create not only your website, but all of your growth assets around that website inside of HighLevel. This is slightly separate. This AI studio kind of lives on its own. And so this form right here actually needs to be integrated as a third-party form. And so we need to ask it to integrate the form with my CRM. Now, often what I've seen in this is that it will actually already pop up a question of, do you want to integrate this form? You click yes, and then it gets to work integrating the form. But you actually have to do this in order to then run automation off of it. So it goes, great, I can integrate this so that it will send your contacts into, your location, right? And then be able to connect the dots on your CRM. So now it's connecting those dots, and we're going to be able to take form submissions from this form, right, and send them into the CRM with HighLevel. And also we can then automate anything we want. So it says it's now connected for tracking. And you might be wondering, well, what do I do next? Here's what you do next. Inside of your workflow builder, inside of HighLevel, you can create any kind of automation. I've just set up a simple internal notification to send me a text message letting me know that somebody has opted in from this landing page. And now let's talk about the trigger. To trigger this, you would think that it would be a form submission. However, this is again built in AI Studio. It's a third-party form. And so you'll actually go over here to external tracking event. You're going to click on add filters. The event is a form submitted. Okay. Another filter here for which form is it. And then now you're going to choose is, and you have to choose the form that was just created in here, okay, and save trigger. This is, I think, one thing that may potentially end up kind of getting confusing. Like the more external forms, the more AI Studio pages you create on HighLevel, those are just going to be called various things. And so you can actually see here, like this list is not really managed by you, it's created by the system. So now when someone fills out that form from that landing page that was built by AI Studio, this trigger will then trigger anything else you could possibly want, including any other action step you can think of. So I hope that makes sense. Now let's move forward. I think you might be wondering, like, this is all well and cool page, but what should I actually use this for right now? Well, I have a very sincere philosophy that you should be testing new things and trying new things so that you're on the cutting edge of this technology that's evolving so rapidly, but also don't find yourself stuck dabbling and doing and playing around with things. Go build for real life use cases and use these tools to go land more clients, right? Don't stay stuck in learning mode. Go out and prospect. So I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to walk through how I then have created and set up something for prospecting. So right here, you can see I have searched in the past for dog grooming in my city here in Louisville, Kentucky. And you can see here, they do not have a website. They have a Facebook page, a Yelp page, MapQuest. If you look over here on their Google business profile, they don't have a website. I've gone onto their Facebook page. I've looked, I've tried to find it. I went to hub.biz, right? Which is basically just some sort of like Yelp alternative. This looks horrible, right? And I think what's important to note is that this is costing them money. They have 139 Google reviews, 4.6. They're in a brick and mortar facility. They have a lease to pay and they don't have a website where you can schedule grooming. That means you have to call them. Chances are they're also missing phone calls. There's a lot of things that HighLevel can do to support them. And so one way that's going to be really helpful for me to reach out to them is to actually create something for them from the get-go. So a little bit of a hack here too that was brought through my community. By the way, if you're not in my free community, it's kismet.club. And I had a community member show me that she saw this idea here is that you can go to Webflow template. You can go look through 7,000 Webflow templates to come up with a design idea to then ask AI Studio to create it. So for example, here, if I was searching through, in this case, we went to retail and I just was kind of clicking on the style of this one. You click preview in browser so you can actually get a link to the specific page. You come down here and you should be able to go to the main pages. And so there's a homepage V1. Now you have a link, this URL link, and I can ask AI Studio to build out a website for this dog grooming company, right, based on this style. And so let me show you that prompt. This is again back in the HighLevel AI Studio. I said, please build a homepage. I included the Facebook link, right? And then I included their Google business profile. And I said, please build it in the style of, and I included that Webflow template. That's all I did. That was the entire prompt. And it went to work. This took less than 2 minutes. And then the only updates I had for it was I said, can you add an interactive chat widget to this page and also update the address and phone number in the footer? And so now you can see here, let's get this thing out of the way. This is my own internal chat widget. But you can see here, it added chat to this site, went ahead and pre-filled it in, right? And look at this. Look at the rounded nature of it. Look at the photography that sort of matches this brand already. Everything your pet needs, precision styling, fear-free approach. I believe this was directly from their Facebook page. That was something that they mentioned. And then the footer, right? This now says like you can book an appointment. Now, of course, this is only a single landing page. It's not the full-blown website, but I could have prompted it to build out every page of the website. I can also prompt it to include calendars from inside HighLevel. In this case, this right here is enough for me to reach out and say, hey, I started creating you a website. Would you like to collaborate, us finish this up and build it out for you so that you can continue to grow your business, right? And of course, there's a lot I can share with them as well about getting automated Google reviews and all sorts of stuff. So I feel like now the sky is the limit. A little bit more of a pro tip, because I really want to make sure that you know exactly what to do next, is I would publish this right here, right? It's on this link right here. And I would then record a video. This is a little bit meta here since I'm also recording a YouTube video while recording this video, but I would hit record on a screen share video right here, right? And I would say something like, right? Hey, it's Paige. And I couldn't help but to notice grooming. I've got a cute pup myself. He always needs grooming and a bath and stuff. And I noticed you didn't have a website. I actually went ahead and got started on a draft of your website, and I would love for you to have it. This is going to help you continue to grow because I want you to win. So if we can get some digital calendar scheduling, we can even have people interact and ask questions. We can also make sure that you never miss a phone call in your business. These are the kinds of things that I've been building for my clients for the last 13 years. I would love to collaborate with you, and just go ahead and drop me a reply to this. We can jump on a phone call or a Zoom call. I can show you more, and we can get this set up for your business really, really quickly. I'll talk to you soon. And then I hit done on that, right? And now I've got a video. I'll have links into the description below for all of these tools that I'm using. But what's powerful about this video is I'll look up the name of the owner, but let's just say his name is Bob. And then we will say, hey, Bob, and that'll be the title of the video. And I can even go here really quickly and say, let's add a calendar link on here, right? And so let's add a little calendar. And then now we have a landing page ready to go out with me over here talking, this picture of their website, schedule a call button. It's good to go, and I can share this immediately. I can literally click this button to copy the animated GIF preview and send this off to that contact to get in front of them. I would then follow it up with a phone call and continue to follow up until I get either a no or a let's move forward. So I hope that this has helped you. I've covered a lot in this video. If you want to see more videos about how to put all of this together and how to start building recurring revenue for your business, how to help more clients, and how to step into this wild world of AI that we live in, please drop me a comment. I read every single comment, respond to every single comment, and I want to know what you want to see next. I'm here on a mission to help serve you so that we can all grow together. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Are you still here? I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you so much for your time in watching this. And in the description, you'll find links. If you sign up for HighLevel using my link, or you upgrade your account, I will bring you into my inner circle where we mastermind and we screen share on a weekly basis. And if you're interested in just joining my free community, there's also a link for that below in the description. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe. Every little bit helps support me to support more people. And I really, truly appreciate you. I can't wait to see what you build out there in the world. And I look forward to talking to you soon.